Hi, folks. Have had a lot of questions on coronavirus, both professionally at the office and personally with a lot of friends and relatives. So I thought we'd just touch on that briefly. And I don't want to get all caught up in the epidemiology. In other words, did it start in the wet market in China, and was it from a bat that was transmitted to a human, and there were going to possibly be 150,000 cases, and it's a global emergency. I don't want to focus all of our energy on that, because that's worry and fear. And I think our focus, our energy should be on preventing ourselves from getting it, as opposed to worrying about what happens if we do get it. And I think that prevention for coronavirus applies to everything in the winter. Influenza and adenovirus and rhinovirus, and there are like 200 viruses that cause a cold-like presentation. So that's where I think our energy should go to. The most important thing is to stay away from sick people. Don't let them cough on you. Don't let them sneeze on you. Don't make physical contact with them. So I know that's easy to say, but probably the most common way of contracting a bug from somebody else is by their hands. They sneeze, achoo, and, rub their hands a little bit, or cough on their hands, wipe it off, rub their noses, and they have it on their hands. And then they see you, hey, how's it going? Yeah, I haven't seen you in a long time. Give me a bro hug. And then they've essentially taken their germs from their sickness, placed it on their hands, placed it on your hands, and now you've taken your infected hand and you rub your own nose, or you rub your eye, and you've infected yourself. So the most important thing is to prevent yourselves from being exposed to people that are sick, and then next to prevent physical contact with people pretty much outside your family. And then if there is contact, to clean yourself right away. And the most important thing to do is to wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 to 30 seconds. Soap does not kill viruses. The hand washing, the friction causes these bugs on your hands to be dislodged. And then the water rinses them down the sink and goes away. But soap and water doesn't kill the viruses. You're just making a friction with all the soap and water to get them off your hands so they're rinsed down the drain. Now, a sink with soap and water is not always available to all of us. That's why I'd like to introduce you to someone. Say hello to my little friend. So a small bottle of hand sanitizer can be handy, and anytime you come into physical contact or touch something that theoretically could be infected, like a doorknob by someone that just opened the door, or a desktop, or anything like that, you apply a big glop of this hand sanitizer and rub it all over. And you make sure when you use the hand sanitizer and soap that you get between your fingers and the crook of your thumb and your fingernails and the back of your hand as well. And this takes like 15 seconds to evaporate by the time you rub your hands with hand sanitizer. This is not a guarantee that you will not have bugs on your hands, but it helps minimize the exposure. So that's about it. I don't think we should be focusing energy on fear and worry. I think we should be focusing our energy on prevention, preventing us from getting sick as parents, preventing our children from getting sick as a result as well. So I hope this is helpful, and I hope you stay healthy. Thank you. Bye-bye.